Okay, so let's get recording here. So I have an ad I need to do for Charlie Neff, who owns Texas Land Homes. And so you're going to start, I'm starting this from the beginning. So I need to find a few things. Now, he has a weird request because he has no current listings. So we're going to need some information from him, and this is his basic information. So this is how I start building an ad, and we're basically pretending I have nothing of anything from him. So right away I can get the address, and we can just put that right here, and we have the name of the business, which is of course this. Go look at the photos, see what we got here. Is that my truck out front? That would be so weird. Okay, it's not. Cool. Alright, so believe it or not, that is his front door, but the building is ever ugly, so we're not going to need that. No, it's not an ugly building. That's a bad thing to say. He does have a website, but I can tell you right now, we need this logo, so open an image in a new tab so I can get it. Wherever it went. Don't need that. I do need that. I don't need that. I'm keeping that for now. Alright. We're going to save image as. It's kind of small, but that's okay, because I have an idea for what I want to do for this ad. And it's basically by his request. So what I'm doing right now is I'm basically gathering parts. Let me get to the rest of his parts. All of this is sold. So he's working on a new website is what he's doing. But I need all of this information right here, because this is what's known as the SIG information, or the basic information. He does not want his web address used. Which is fine. But I'll tell you, we're going to use that. And 979,777. Now I'm doing this from scratch for a couple of reasons. 9899. The biggest reason is this is our top banner front page ad, and so I want this to be 2261. They have the same number. I always have to double check. 2261. This is going to be the office number. So we're going to put that there. Okay. It's not a whole lot we can do. You see this American flag? I need to get a good looking flag photo for this ad. He basically just wants his ad to say one nation under God, and then something to the effect of this is where it all began, or this is how it all began. So, very patriotic ad. That's not Charlie. Charlie's a little more conservative than all that. That's Charlie. That would work. I like this as a background. Might be able to use that. That looks cool. He's not going to want anything crazy. He doesn't want anything like this. This is way too generic, I think. This is typically what I would probably use, but I like the black. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to build this ad this way. Now, I do have to proof it with him, and hopefully we can take that all the way through the let me hit pause for a minute. Okay, we're back at it. So we got our background. Cool. Let's get rid of that. We're going to go to Illustrator now. And this ad is actually in inches. going to be 10 inches wide, and I believe I make them at 1 3/4. Sounds right. Okay, we're going to get our background in here. Boop. And we're going to embed it. Okay, that way it no longer, Illustrator is no longer looking for this graphic. It's now part of the file. And I want that black to be predominant, and as long as I have red, white, and blue, we're in good shape. Okay, so I'm covering the left and right sides as well. You can see the border, and I need a square, and that square is going to be 10 inches by 1.75. Right, cool, great. Now I'm just going to make sure this white square is in the entire photograph that I'm using, because I'm about to clip it. Cool. So I select them both, right hand click, make clipping mask, and there you go. We have our background. Now we have his logo, which I did download, but it has, and we're opening Photoshop, it has a non-transparent background. So we're going to open this up. Alright, so the best way to fix this problem is to go image, canvas size, and we're going to just make a white background, and we're going to anchor it right in the middle, and we're going to change this to 500 by 500. That means that things like up against this land, that little bit of white space, and same thing over there, okay, this is going to give us some room to run here. Alright, now, image size, doesn't matter. We're going to save, we're going to crop this down first, get it down to, I want nice clean white all the way around it, layer, flatten it, and I found that ChatGPT is perfect for what I'm about to do. So we're going to get us a little ChatGPT action going on in this ad. And we're going to slide it over here. We're going to say, clean up logo, keep exact as is, but make high solution graphic, and make it 500 px by 500 px. Okay, and then we're just going to paste this in here as soon as we go find it, see what we did with it again. There it is. Boop. I know there's misspelling, but ChatGPT is real good at catching that. So I can type faster than, and not have to worry about too much of it. Remember, nothing's done until we decide it's done. I'm going to pause and come back when the image is finished. Okay, so we have it. Now, I'm going to try to do one thing. I don't know how this will work. Now, make another, same specs, transparent background. Okay, I know I misspell stuff all the time, man. So if you're sitting there going, oh my God, he can't spell, that would be not correct, because it's just that I type fast and my keyboard is old. That's why I keep spraying it down with air cleaner. So we're going to let that, and I will come back. Okay, so I don't know if that's truly a transparent background or not. Looks like it might be, so we're going to download that one first. Okay, now remember, this is going to be a 4-color ad, so it is transparent. Hello? Shit. My bad. Hold on. I'm going to pause you guys again. Okay, so basically I'm going to crop this down, hopefully. And I'm going to say image size, because I don't need it this big, but I want it for the future. So we're going to go inches. Let's go, because I'm going to want it for later in life. And then we're going to up the resolution to 200. And we're going to hit save, which should be a PNG file, which it is. You can see it right there. Sorry about the music, guys.
This is Jimmy.
Okay. I don't know Okay, so we're back at it. Sorry, I'm taking tons of phone calls, and I'm actually going to rename this. I don't know why I just didn't do that to Texas Land Logo, since I do not actually have it. Since Roy's taken over the ad building, I don't really have a lot of my old files anymore. He would tell me I do, which is great, but we need that part. Now we need this part too. In God we trust. Now, he is adamant that this be the biggest part of this ad. So, you can already see what I'm thinking. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kill some of the space between it. The leading. The space between the lines is leading. Okay. I like the rounded look on this ad, so we're going to go with that. I'm going to put this down here because that's the same font. I'll be needing it. And we're going to simply try to make this pretty clean. We're going that way with it. So I want to keep everything, all the rounded letters kind of looking round here. Don't really want to take that away. All right, now this is going to blend right into that, which we already know. So I'm going to go Effect, Stylize, not Rasterize. Effect, Stylize, Outer Glow. Okay, and we're going to change the color to white. We want this to be almost hard, so we're going to go 100% here. We'll cut this blur down to a smaller blur, tighten it up a little bit, and we're going to say normal. Okay. Now the question is that really helping it? And I think it is, but let's see if we can maybe if we make it bigger on the, I'm afraid it's just going to run it away. Okay, so that tightened it up and gave us a little bit of a outline. Now this was also a request from him, so I'm going to run this. It's going to be smaller. I mean, I want it to be. We're trying to carry his message through. And I think we're going to go in here. I'm going to blow that up, guys. Sorry. Sometimes I work in too small of an area, but now no font in reverse smaller than 12 point, but fortunately for us, we're actually going to make this a little bit bigger. We're at 15, 16 point. Yeah, that'll work. Now I want to take this and line it all up to the left. Now C's up here. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and outline this. Now we have all of his other information, and I'm thinking to put this right here, and then I'm thinking tying. This is going to be fun. You guys are going to like this little part. So what I want to do is I want to make this kind of seamless in a blur, and that means get this stupid thing lined up. It's not snapping, which is pissing me off. Okay, so that'll do that. Now I'm going to take the whole thing and I'm going to say lock. I want to lock everything. Selection. Now nothing's moving. Now I'm going to create a blur spot. Basically, I'm going to use this to lighten up, but I don't want it to be just a straight block. I'm going to blend the logo and this little blur box. You'll see what I'm talking about in about half a minute. Okay, so all we do now is turn this white. We come in and we take the opacity away here to, where the hell's my opacity? There it is. I want this at about 20%. of white as soon as I can get there. There it is. Now you can see through it. We're going to go a little higher. Let's go 35. I'm not catching it the way I want it. Hold on. Okay, that's about good. Now I'm going to say Effect, Stylize, Feather. Apparently that wasn't enough feather. There we go. See, that created this neat looking little ridge so that now it looks blended. Okay, and we can use this and leave the white space. So object, unlock it all. Take this and run it out to here because I didn't do enough. Hold on. I may be able to use that extra space for something, but unfortunately it's not what I got. I didn't get it far enough back and I don't want to redraw it. So I'm going to move this over to this. It's going to take away what I wanted. Now we're going to need the Realtor logo on here, I think. But this is the information we need. It's going in this block. Okay, same font, but this time we can go down to 12. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. Gonna change the leading, the space between. See, it's too high. So we're gonna run over here and say auto. Alright, now I think we're gonna need the Realtor logo, so we're gonna go get it. This can be found anywhere on the internet, so where is my little images? That'll work. That's all I need. File, save as, desktop, and this is easy to fix, so we're just going to take a minute and open it up and fix it. The way to do that is select color range, and we're going to sample it over here. Say OK, select inverse, Command X, Command N, and we're going to start with a transparent background, so pasting this in should just create the logo we're after. On my computer, please. Realtor, and it is a PNG which will preserve the transparent background. Say okie dokie, we're done there. Okay, you can also go image, layer, I think it's here, adjust, invert. That makes a white one. So now we can go there and say, so that way I've got choices, and now I will be saving all of this because, like I said, I have been out of doing this for a while, so all of my old logos are somewhere, but somewhere that's gone now. So what I'm thinking is this can be small, okay? They do not care about that. Okay, so we do that. Somewhere in my world is under desktop maybe, and then under desktop goodies I should have a Facebook logo hiding somewhere. If I don't, it's no big deal. I can find it. There's one. So ironically, we can do the same damn thing, but it's already image, adjust, invert. And now we have a Facebook logo. Facebook white. Save it. What I'm doing is stacking logos, which is kind of a trick, an old school trick, but I'm going to stack them. And he may kick them out. He didn't say anything about using these, but on real estate ads, you generally need them. You're like, Dennis, that's below 12 point. You're absolutely right. Mostly because it does not matter. Okay? considering this? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I take this and I'm going to go Control R brings up my rulers, and I put a ruler right here, and I put this dead nut center of the ad, and then I take this, which I want to do desperately, and put it over here, and I run these out of here for a second, and I go back to what I had in the center. And I know it means redrawing, but that's alright. I don't care, because I can take these two logos and pop them right here, and ain't nobody gonna care that they're here. And I go ahead and line them up, center them up together, drop them down here. Okay, we've taken his website off, so that's cool. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with these two guys. And I think I might be able to do this. Yeah, it gets fun when you can't see them. Okay, so we're going to have that there. And that there. Now, a slight black outline. Let me outline them. So I'm outlining them. They're no longer fonts. When I hit Control Shift O, I'm outlining the fonts so that they turn into artwork and stop being fonts. Now I'm going to get these up to the top. I'm going to add a black line. Okay, and then I'm going to go to my stroke and put it on the outside. And that's too big. 0.5 is fine. And then we're going to change the color to black. Then we're going to go Effect, Stylize, Outer Glow in the white. And we're going to open that up a little bit. It's a little tight for this. Okay, just like that. And all of a sudden we have this right here. We do not need any of that. Okay. We're just going to center it. Now this is actually, well, I'll show you a trick. I can do it a lot faster. So we're going to take that and we're going to outline it. And then we're going to come over here, take our eyedropper, click on Charlie's name, and it's going to come up with the correct outline and whole 9 yards. Now, all I have to do is click on that and say Effect, Outer Glow. Okay, there you go. So, we're going to save this. I'm going to go in there and put Texas Land, TFN, because when approved, it will run front page. Front page RCN, and that's the Illustrator file we want in. Now, I have an idea that I think he's going to like, so I'm going to ungroup that, and I'm going to select the word God. And then I'm going to move that little dude out of the way. Charlie is very religious, so I'm going to take We Trust. Rid of that. Okay. And I'm gonna leave it long, but I want to make God bigger is what I'm after. So I'm gonna take this, group it together. I like this. And then I'm just doing some wordplay here. Like so. And we're gonna fill that with a very light blue. Just a single color plate, 20%. So it's easy. That's what ad building is all about, guys. Coming up with stuff that works for your customer and still looks good. Now, I'm not real fond of the black outline here. I'm just not. So if I take that out and I take this and I make it the same thing. Now we've lost it again, so we're going to have to be back. It either has to be a dark color or none. We need to make sure that's on the outside, and that's just too much. That's the problem, I think. If I had their photos, I would be using them right now. Just splitting the difference here, and I am going to make it just a little bit bigger. In fact, if I put that down there and do this, you can make it a lot bigger. And they will not be unhappy with that. I see the little comma I left sticking over here. Take these and line them up. I want to make it a little bit bigger still. I don't think the blue is going to be working here. I don't like it, so I think I would rather have it in white. I think it shows up better. And that's without using any kind of fade in the back, so we're doing a full thing here now. I gotta move this to here. Scoochy. I think now we can save it, and here comes the fun part. File, export as desktop, JPEG. My JPEG settings should be RGB, high resolution. Okay, and there it is. And now the part you all should be doing. You have to go in here and crop this thing down. Get rid of this stupid crap. Okay, and so we're going to crop it down a little bit. I'm already late on this ad, but that's no big deal. I'm going to take my phone. You see what I'm doing, guys? And in my contact list is going to be Charlie Knapp, the man I'm doing the ad for. There it is. Okay, send him a damn text message. And Facebook is probably coming off of there. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause. Charlie will not take forever. If he does, I will just, hit unpause and give you what he said, and we'll make the changes. If he takes forever, then we will not, and I will just post this video. So we're going to pause for now. Okay, so as I figured, there did come back some changes on this ad. He wants the Facebook logo taken off, and we're going to do that in just a second. Okay, so now that we've got the changes in hand, let's go ahead and make them. He wanted something very simple. Okay, and now I want to split the space here, which is fine. It makes it look more uniformed. He loves it. That's the only change, so we're going to save it. File, save as. Oh, okay, well, get done saving. File, save as. Put it on my desktop over here. Everything on my computer you will find on my desktop for a little while until I move it. Then I'm going to save it. And high quality print, by the way, if you didn't look up. And there we go. So this is going to be a new folder for RCN 072226 issue 30. And we're going to drop it in the hole here. Texas land. Make sure that came in. I'm sure it did. Yep, perfect. And we need the AI. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some of his parts over here. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with those in a minute. I want to keep that. That's him. This is all stuff for. That's the white version. That's the white version and the black version and the white version of Facebook. Okay. It's all my closing stuff. And this is going to be, of course, that. Where is the AI file for this silly thing? Oh, it's right here. And then over here. So I have a folder on my computer for Robco's ads. Again, I have not been making ads, so Texas land. And we're going to dump all of his crap in that folder so I can find it later. Organization, folks, is the key. And then I need this file right here, so I'm going to copy it. And we're all set up to go for next week's paper, and his ad will be in there. Done. Okay, so this has been how to build an ad. One of many videos to come in smaller bite size. So I hope this is helping you, and we'll do some more here pretty quick. See ya.